Hello. This is a late
Hello.
episode. Uh, so long
We
story
don't
short for
actually
you
know what's
guys,
going up.
I'm horrible at planning. Two, my job's kind of mean sometimes, and
Three, the rest of us are not better at planning.
this one was mostly my fault. But Cameron's
But
right.
also
We're
partially
not good
mine
at
and
this.
also partially Alex's.
And so this episode's a little late, but we're working on it. We're here. We showed up. That's the big thing.
We are here, ready to record.
So yeah, we'll get through it anyway. We're gonna do an episode. Damn it! I think the only good thing that's happened today is that we only had to spend like 10 minutes in the DMV transferring the title over.
Oh, not bad, not bad.
Dang.
Yeah. Uh, but today's not been fun. Um, also, it feels like so much has been going on this week that I have just not been paying attention to.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's kind of hectic.
Yeah, so I think let's just roll through it. Persona 3 Portable and Persona 4 Golden and Fire Emblem Engage all come out this week.
Yeah.
So
The Persona games release technically tonight, but it's realistically tomorrow.
yeah,
And Fire Emblem Engage releases on Friday, which means I can't play it. I mean, I might be able to play it a bit, but 6 a.m. shifts.
At least you're there for it. My physical copy, I don't even think it's shipped yet, and I won't be there or I won't be able to pick it up, even if it arrives Friday or Saturday, until Monday.
is that when you get back?
We would get back Saturday night.
Okay. Lost Ark appears to be incorrectly banning Steam players that haven't played in months, marking their profiles with a ban.
Yeah.
Sick, nasty.
Because there's just so
I
many
love
people
being
playing
banned for
Lost Ark.
I
Right?
love being banned for being inactive, which is
Yeah.
basically what happened to my RuneScape account.
Yeah.
So,
Fair.
Man, if RuneScape banned people for being inactive, I would have been banned probably like 7 times by now.
dude, I should have.
Would that be a
I'm
good thing or a
still
bad thing?
pissed. Yes,
It'd just be a thing.
it would be a thing.
Bad because I want to play. Good because I probably need to just put RuneScape out of my life forever.
That's what I accepted when they banned my account. Didn't they're like, this was not a bot, and I'm like, you banned me for botting, and then you said I didn't that I botted. Like, I can prove I've never botted on RuneScape.
Apparently not.
Apparently not. They said I did because I was acting suspicious, I guess.
Okay.
You mean like every RuneScape player when they're trying
Grinding?
to
Trying to
level up
grind out.
RuneScape?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
that's the thing. Like, how do you
How do
how
you
do you
not
determine
bot, but like
how do
human
you
bot?
determine which is a bot and which is just a player grinding out a level? You don't.
I think the only clues would be like they don't respond to the random events, which are way more common now than they used to be.
Mhm.
And also, if a player clicks continuously for 16 hours, no break,
That's
Well, that would be
obvious.
an issue.
then either they're a bot or they need to be banned because they need to be forced to go outside. Because
Please go touch
that means
grass.
they've got the toilet chair that I fantasize about. Stadia has an official shutdown time of this evening. We're recording on the 18th, uh, and tonight it shuts down at midnight Pacific.
Rip
So
Stadia.
most
We've
likely by
made
the time
several
you're
jokes about you, and we will continue making several jokes about you, but we will miss you.
Because you are the butt of our jokes.
Yeah, I think I honestly just enjoyed Stadia existing more than it dying because it dying is what we all knew was going to happen, which kind of
I mean,
isn't as
when you
fun.
start, no, it's not. When you start with, the biggest failures in gaming history, and being like, this is how we're marketing. Here's the Game Glove, or the Power Glove, and here's which Sega console was it? I don't.
That
I
My
don't
brain is
that
remember,
did
shot.
but I
what?
do.
You got to give me more than that, bro.
Failed. Failed.
There's a
It
lot of
was.
them. The 32X, the Dreamcast, the Saturn. Oh, the Saturn only failed here.
I don't know which one. My
I
brain is
think he's
shot,
talking
dude.
about the 32X is the one that kept having add-ons, right?
The
I don't know
Genesis
if it
is
was.
the one that had
I
add-on.
don't.
The
I have
32X
no
was a
clue which one.
Genesis add-on. But the problem with the 32X was that it was like basically a half-assed Sega Saturn that you had to have a Genesis to use, and it was coming out right before the Saturn, and it could only play or cartridges, not discs. So why would you buy that and not a Saturn?
Sure.
Pain.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing, but it's a really interesting story. Um, and also Stadia's updating their controllers to work just as a Bluetooth controller. And honestly, that kind of makes me want to get one because this seems like something that's going to be a real collector item.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know if I put it up here or down. No, it is. Okay. Yeah, we're good.
But I will give Google this. Giving most of the money back to the people that actually invested in your product is something I would not expect from
I
many
mean,
of
they
the big
had to
gaming
do
companies.
it. It's not.
They didn't have to.
They didn't have
They
to.
would
You
have
got the
gotten sued.
no. They
Yeah, because every
have
other one you keep the product.
the games, but you physically have a product.
I mean, you keep the product, but if the product service stops being supported, is that the product's fault?
Now, the next thing
Like
they
the
didn't
way that
have to
controller
do,
worked was
but
over Wi-Fi, so you can't play Stadia, obviously. So there's no other use for it over Wi-Fi. So it still works.
now
There's
we'll
just
cover
nothing that supports it.
what else they just did. But with the games, there was like
Worms.
for some reason they had to refund it.
Hmm.
Well, they did for everyone except like wasn't it like the highest tier subscription or something?
And I think with
Uh,
that they refunded most of it,
mhm.
just not like all.
Intriguing, intriguing.
Alright,
Well, I
let's
mean, yeah, you're not really out. The only money you're out is the money you spent on the subscription to get to play the games. Because I mean, you've just got a Chromecast and a controller, and probably a lot of people didn't even go for that.
right.
So, um, let's see. Ubisoft says it's surprised by Mario and Rabbids sequel's
Mm,
underperformance.
yeah,
You
but
and nobody else.
you skipped one.
Did I? No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you skipped Stadia has turned on Bluetooth on all controllers.
That's literally what we were just talking about.
No, we were talking about it shutting down, or did
Yeah,
you say
shutting down,
both
and
or
then
not?
it's also going to update the controllers to work as
Alex's
just a
brain is
Bluetooth control.
fried.
I said that. We'll go back.
He
I might edit this episode to go back and repeat what I said because I'm pretty sure
No,
I said
please
it.
don't. My brain is slightly fried though. I've
you
just been doing
Alex
lots of things.
completely missed. Alex said this is
I heard
part of the Google Stadia conversation. This checks out.
I mean, it is pretty hard to parse Stadia slander. It all just kind of blends into Google bad. So
Google bad, but also
yeah,
sometimes not.
the controller thing was good. They didn't have to turn those on.
true.
They could have just left people with
That's what I was saying. Like the
Pretty
uh,
product
much.
would work, but there would be
The
nothing that
yeah,
support
that's
it
what
unless you
that's
like
what the
custom
other
wrote
is.
something for an Arduino or whatever.
right, exactly.
And some people will.
Yeah,
And those people are called masochists.
exactly.
Yeah, why would you waste time with a
Right.
different
Why
controller
waste?
than standard ones plug in and play.
Right. You can spend $200 on the PlayStation Elite that has less battery than the rest, than the regular one, and it's like, but why?
But why?
Anyway, enough Stadia slander. Ubisoft slander. Uh,
Yes.
Let's go.
Other.
who in their
These
right mind thought
psychopaths.
that Sparks of Hope was gonna do really good?
But okay,
I mean, they
here's
probably
the
looked at the lifetime sales of the first one and they were like, "Ah, yes, we will sell this." And it's like, part of the reason it sold that much is because it was on sale all the time.
that's the that is
And
the
also,
you
the first
how
time,
you
it's like
fail.
crazy because it's a new thing, but it's not a new thing
But
anymore.
Yeah.
you've got, I mean, the first time, right? Because it also released. No, it released in like September the year it came out, right?
Right. And it was
I
pretty
remember that.
early.
So holiday season, parents see Mario on the box, and a year that was lacking in Mario, easy, easy cop, and then the kids don't play it because it's not like
It's
it is not.
it's XCOM, but there's rabbits in it.
It's XCOM but Mario.
So
It's XCOM
bad,
but Mario and
so
Rabbids.
bad
That
because
is a very niche
like
uh
just play XCOM.
thing.
Why do I
Yeah,
want? I don't want rabbits in my XCOM. Mario maybe, but rabbits, get out.
like look, it's a fine idea. Um, the problem is you lose the parents like when they are like, oh, why do I need this? You lose the respect of people who bought it at launch, like we did, because it immediately dropped in price with the launch DLC. Um, and then when you have they already announced DLC for that game? I thought they had
The first game,
second
He's
one,
talking about the second,
I
and
think
Sparks
so.
I
of Hope.
think so.
I feel like they did, but because the Donkey Kong DLC is now just in, like with all the deals that Mario Rabbids has, and that's $10 constantly. Like, I mean, hell, it was $30 for Black Friday, or Sparks of Hope was $30 for Black Friday. Like,
Yeah.
why? Why would you expect it to do well? But that wasn't even their only. Basically, every game underperformed according to their figures. I'm just what, like, what? Your games go on sale so fast. Like, why would anyone wanting to play these games not wait a month or two minimum?
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
why I know Jedi Survival probably won't drop from EA fast, but the Star Wars game that Ubisoft is working on, unless something changes, it's probably going to go on sale
Hmm.
very quickly.
Also,
Yeah. It
like, bro, we're who did anybody say anything exciting at all about Sparks of Hope the whole time between announcement and release? I don't remember us giving anything more than like a
Oh,
cool.
it's coming.
Hey, they announced that. That's cool.
It's like,
Uh,
oh, sick.
spin the
They have
party thingy.
Rosalina. Rosalina is maybe the I still I. You know who's talked about Sparks of Hope? The completionist. You know who else says? Nobody. Like it.
Mm, yeah, I don't see that.
It
Uh,
doesn't make any sense.
Microsoft faces EU antitrust warning over Activision deal. I wonder what the implications of that are. Just a warning?
Great question.
It's probably just going to be like, you need to make concessions, and Microsoft will be like, okay, but also they already pissed off the EU on the last deal, so maybe it won't be just like simple concessions.
Readying a charge sheet known as a Statement of Objections, setting out its concerns about the deal, which will be sent to Microsoft in the coming weeks. Um, So yeah, it's just a list of stuff that's like, okay, we're not gonna do it unless you give up this, 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 and this, because it's all antitrust.
Yeah.
Hogwarts Legacy will support 4 character save slots. Cross-platform save not supported. Rip.
I mean, who expected cross-platform save? I guess somebody, because they released that statement.
They felt the need to say it, but like, there's games that have been out for years that don't have cross-platform. Apex.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good that it has 4 saves, like 4 major saves like that.
Mm-hmm. You can do one run of each house.
Yeah.
Also, you
But
can always
also,
implement cross
you
save
can
later,
just
but who needs cross save day one? Are you buying multiple
Multiple.
versions?
yeah,
And if you
exactly.
are, can I have your job? Like, how are you affording this?
They don't buy anything else.
Forget the money. Why are you buying 2 copies of the? What are you do? What are we doing? I think we got bigger
Yeah,
problems here.
the only reason you should be buying 2 copies is if it's like you and your spouse, or you and your,
Yeah,
or one
no,
of
that's a
those
different thing.
options.
If you're buying
And even
multiple,
then, you're not going to be playing both of those copies, so why do you need cross saves?
I guess if they
I
want to switch consoles years later,
if I
I
wanted
but
to,
had
I could very easily be that guy. Just like move the Xbox upstairs, and then be like, well, if there's no cross save, then I can't, like move from downstairs to upstairs quickly when I want to, and play on a different console.
dude, here's
There's
my
just so many
opinion
things that
on
go
it.
wrong with that. Why would you want to switch from DualSense to Xbox within a minute?
Yeah, just be glad like we can switch between the same consoles, and people are like, ah,
no.
yes, but I want to switch between different consoles.
I mean, it's not as bad as switching between Nintendo and one of them, but still, like,
I don't know. I played Nintendo forever and had an easier time adapting to Sony's controller than I've had on doing Microsoft's ones.
well,
But I think
you
it's,
just don't play much Xbox. Because I would argue the
yeah,
other
but
way around. Because I always played a lot of Xbox when I
yeah,
wasn't
but
playing
the ones
Nintendo
I've
stuff.
played, I've had problems with. I think it's because I'm like, oh, I know that button, click, and it's not that button.
Yeah.
As for Sony, it's like it's
Don't
not
even.
the same.
Mhm. Oh boy.
Let's see. Sephiroth and Kazuya released this past Friday, and yeah, Sephiroth's gone. He's big gone.
Have
Cornplayer 2 is
you?
pretty big gone too. She hasn't even
Yeah, I've
come out
heard
yet.
people are having. I've heard people are having issues
I
with
have a
Target
copy of
already.
Sephiroth right there
That's
because
the
I know
off.
he'll. Yep, I'll hit that name eventually. Correct. Just because Karen's like, "Do you want this?" And I was like, "Well, he's gonna disappear forever." So yeah.
Speaking of amiibo issues, Marth is back ordered for me. Thick, nasty. Um,
Sick,
thanks.
nasty.
Why do I even bother buying from Target?
Because you
Just
think it's a good idea, and then every time it's like, no.
well, you know what I can do instead? I can literally go on Best Buy and order them because they offer free shipping now.
Yeah, Corn releases on Friday.
Yeah, Corn and Marth are being restocked Friday. Uh,
If I
which is
can, I'm gonna
fun.
try to get a hold of a second one for display and put it with my Metroid one that I'm not opening, just for like
Mm,
it's like a story point of the collection. It's like, oh, I waited 7 years for this, something.
that's true. That's true.
But we'll see.
Right, but that's only if you can get her.
I mean, I have one coming, and I might just not open that one because honestly, do I look like the guy that's gonna use the Corn alt amiibo? but but we'll see. European Parliament votes to take action against loot boxes, gaming addiction, gold farming, and more.
It's basically they threw in all of gaming's current problems into a single vote.
Interesting.
So I don't know if it's that great if they're gonna try to take it all on at once.
I'm not really
Like,
sure what
good that
their
they're
path
taking
forward is.
action, but
Yeah.
like, dang, you probably should have picked one or two and focused on them instead of being like, it's all a problem.
True. Look, if we just work on all the problems, we can eventually solve everything.
Or none of it. That sounds more
That's a more
likely.
that's a more likely answer because it's gone into a vote.
Yeah.
And last for opening, Microsoft is laying off 10,000 employees, including people from Bethesda, 343 Industries, and Xbox.
Yep.
Wow. Let's see.
That one's insane.
This
And
mass layoff arrives exactly 1 year after Microsoft announced their plans to purchase Activision Blizzard.
it's almost like if you hadn't wasted so much money on a deal that isn't even going through, you could have kept all these employees.
No, they wanted to have kept them anyways. This
They
was
want to
always
have
the
they.
plan.
Oh, this was absolutely always planned. I saw some people saying that a bunch of tech companies overhired mid COVID, and then started laying them off. And I'm just like, I was hired mid COVID. I'm just like, no, please, I need my job.
Bloomberg also points out that several other sections of the company are being hit hard, such as the HoloLens team. Shocker there. The HoloLens team's getting cut hard? Wow, I can't imagine
Dang.
HoloLens?
that.
Whatever. Well,
When was the last time anybody heard
Yeah, I'm
any news of
honestly just impressed that
HoloLens?
there still is a HoloLens team to
I
fire.
mean, I could bring up the most
Mhm.
iconic thing they did, and it's still funny to this day.
It's still the Minecraft thing they did on
Nope,
E3.
it's Young
Conquer.
Conquer.
Yeah,
It's
I knew
Young
he was going to
Conquer
I
that
say
know.
Young Conquer.
super cursed.
They didn't do anything with that, did they?
No, because people reacted badly, which
As
was
they
not
should.
shocking. Wow, people really reacted terribly to this.
Wow, people hate this character. What should we do with it? Lock it up, never use it again.
Yeah. Do you
That should
think
be
someone
robo
was like,
treatment.
maybe, like, we're struggling money wise, maybe we should fire that team of people that hasn't done anything since, like, 2017? They just
No.
stay around and call themselves the HoloLens team. They
They
haven't done any.
deserve
They haven't
money.
done any actual work in 6 years.
Nah.
No, what if we instead have nothing instead? It'll be fun.
All right, on to Collector's Corner. Everybody should know this by now. Weekly segment we go around and talk about what games we've been playing and stuff. Uh, let's see, Cameron, you go first. It's been a minute.
Okay. So where's my Switch so I can actually see what I did? Um so I played uh more Kirby 64, Pokemon Legends Arceus, because I have nothing better to do in North Carolina, and Splatoon 3. Um, I I know a lot of people really enjoy the way that Arceus works. I feel like it's kind of weird, and that it's open world, but it's not enough open world because it's like sections of the world that you're exploring.
Hmm.
So it's I don't know. Movement's fun, but I'm kind of just forcing myself through it to get the Pokemon. I feel like Which is the same thing I'm doing with Sword. So whenever I get back to that.
Nice.
And we've done some wedding stuff, prep. I don't know what's going on.
I
I'm just sort of here, man.
feel that.
I want to find like a local like pawn shop or something for games and see if they have anything good. But I think we're running out of time to do that.
I always like going
So
to game
yeah,
stores
it's
when I'm somewhere else.
Yeah, that's how I
mm,
found something. I don't remember when I was in Mobile.
Dance Dance
That's
Revolution
how
Mario.
that's how I
Yeah, thank
found
you.
what I have for Collector's Corner today.
Where did you go?
Well, I guess we'll segue into me. So back last year when I went to Cedar Rapids and I went to that game store up there,
Mm-hmm.
I found a PS Vita for really cheap, and I've been wanting one, so I got it. But I never really did anything with it until this past week because I saw a video where a brand new way to hack the PS Vita has been put out. That does is way easier than it used to be. You literally just open up the browser on your Vita and go to a website, and you can just install the hack straight from there. It does it all for you. Um, it was still pretty hard to get everything set up on here because I had to install a bunch of different applications to get everything to work. They went pretty crazy with this firmware, but I finally got it all set up. Now I have a PS Vita with a bunch of games on it that were all totally legally obtained by me. Uh, and also a full-on PSP emulator that can play PSP and PS1 games. Um, it's the official one Sony made for the Vita. So, uh, I've been experiencing Vita games for the first time, and I've kind of been loving it. The Vita's pretty cool. I'm gonna be honest.
Vita is life.
I only
Um,
really want to play one game on the Vita I haven't played, and it's because I can't play it on Vita TV.
what's that?
Uncharted Golden Abyss.
I think I downloaded that one.
Yeah, it's the prequel game to the
Legally
other games.
obtained. That one. Sorry.
Yeah, it's the
Legally
prequel to
obtained.
the other games, but it's never been brought off the Vita, even though they've done 2 collections now of Uncharted games.
I actually haven't downloaded that one. I should do that. Illegally obtain it. Anyway, so yeah, I've been playing that for a couple days when I have the time. Experienced the start of Persona 4, which is cool. Persona 4 Dancing All Night is super fun. I don't know anything about this game, but
I beat that game 100%.
that game is so much fun. I'm gonna play more of that for sure. But this is like so close to being a smartphone, which is weird because I was thinking about it. Like when this came out, you could get like a SIM card in this thing
Yeah,
and stuff.
True.
the specially designed SIM cards.
Yeah, and this is just made me realize that you could have put a phone in this, and essentially you have an iPhone with buttons, with like controller buttons. Because I've got like all the old phone games that got ported to consoles a long time ago on here, like Angry Birds Trilogy, Jetpack Joyride, that kind of thing. Because it's a great way to play those games whenever you like want to. It either you need time to kill or you just like want to reminisce over playing those back in the day. There's no ads because they're the full game versions, so it's
Imagine.
nice. And it's got a touchscreen and stuff, so it feels like you're playing on a phone essentially. But also, it's got a ton of really good games on it. Binding of Isaac, Splunky, Super Meat Boy, Shovel Knight, Need for Speed, Ratchet and Clank, Night Trap, Silent Hill, Undertale, like just a bunch of stuff. Gravity Rush. I finally was able to try out Gravity Rush for the first time. It's
I own
pretty
that
fun.
on uh PS4/5.
Um,
Basically, a lot of those games you mentioned, I probably own from buying them.
yeah, a lot of the ones I have downloaded are pretty simple, but um, I didn't realize there was Jet Set Radio on here. That's exciting.
That's
Isn't that one of the last
interesting.
ones?
I had no idea, one way or the other. Um, and then also I've got the whole PSP thing too. So Persona 3 Portable and um, Burnout Legends and old Maddens and stuff that I used to play back in the day.
Persona
Like,
3 Portable.
not that one, but the basically everything I listed except that one I played back in the day. And you can tell because Persona 3 is actually complicated and involved. All the games I played are very simple. But yeah, so this has been fun. I'm glad I got it set up like this. Um, there's a lot more I can do with it. There's a lot of potential in this system, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. So yeah. Also, they finally made a way for you to not have to have a memory card in here. You can get a game card to micro SD adapter for like $5 online. Fap like a huge micro SD card in there, and just put basically everything you want on it with no restriction.
Amazing.
So huge. But yeah, that's mostly what I've been doing. I've been 3D printing stands and stuff. So I don't know if you guys I've shown you the Bayonetta display I have, but I did that. Um, I just finished printing some Xbox 360 controller stands and more Switch Pro controller stands. I've been printing a lot of stuff. And I beat Wind Waker HD. That's the game I beat.
Good.
So now I'm going to take a Zelda hiatus for a second, and then I'm going to play Twilight Princess HD, and then I'm probably not going to touch another Zelda until I see Tears of the Kingdom. That is if I beat
Understandable.
Twilight Princess HD
Waiting for
before
that.
that comes out.
Yeah, talk about a long Zelda game.
Yeah. Also, one I enjoy objectively less than Wind Waker, so I don't know if I can get myself to play it as easily. But yeah, that's basically it. So, Alex, finish us off here.
Okay, let's go. All right, I bought Fire Emblem Engage with all the money on my eShop, and it left like $20 still on my eShop. So,
So what you're saying is
this
you
was
can pay
after,
for your part of NSO.
huh? No,
See,
we'll see if I've got how job's going. I bought, yeah, that and this DLC. I beat Shadows of Rose, so be proud of me. It
I
was
am.
horrifying.
Do you agree with me that that once you get out of the house, nothing ever reaches like that, like even close?
I mean, once you get out of the house, you're kind of done.
Yeah, like nothing in the fight after that. That's what kind of like made the final boss fight like almost a little lackluster because I felt like I just gone through actual hell.
I think her boss fight's kind of really cool.
It was
And
fun. I enjoyed it.
you should have, there should be a new game plus option where I can just have all the powers and infinite ammo. And that would be super fun and worthwhile replaying it, but no new game plus on Shadows of Rose. But all the powers run would be cool.
Cameron, are you there?
He's like frozen.
Yeah, okay. I was looking at him and I thought he was like smirking like there was something goofy on my video or whatever. So I was like, what is he doing? So I just kept staring and he never stopped staring. Like, oh, he's just frozen. All right, we'll be back. Okay, we're back with Cameron in tow.
Yeah. So yes, the Rose DLC.
Mhm.
Okay.
really good. I between third person and the Shadows of Rose, it's worth the 20. I don't know if well, the third person would definitely not be 20 by itself. I don't think Shadows of Rose could be 20 by itself either.
But for the whole package, it's pretty worth it. I agree with
Yeah,
that. That was really enjoyable. I mean, it's just more Resident Evil 8. If you liked Resident Evil 8, it's gonna
yeah.
be more of that. And for the
But
amount you
like
get, plus the new controls and stuff, and like the
god
stuff that goes
damn,
back into the old game.
the dolls are horrifying.
Yeah, I'm just glad we can finally get that out of our system and talk about it. I hate those freaking things. The way they like,
Do
dude,
things.
they walk so fast too. When you first turn around and they're like, dude, I hate
And
the
they
way they move.
freeze.
Dude,
It's one of the
makes my
most
skin
intense
crawl.
horror game
Makes my
things
legs
I've played
hurt.
in a while. I wonder if it's more extreme on higher difficulties.
Probably.
What difficulty did you play on?
I think whatever like the standard difficulty is.
Yeah, I play on casual because I'm lazy. I'm like I could do this on higher difficulties,
But it
but
just
I'm
means
not
more
in.
time invested.
Yeah, it just means more time invested, and I have to worry more about bullets. And I don't want to worry about bullets. I just want to shoot things. Although the
Well, you're
Rose
playing the
DLC,
wrong genre.
Hmm.
huh? No, just play on casual. They give you well more than enough bullets, and if not, you
You
can
said you
craft them.
wanted to shoot things. You're playing a horror game. You should be playing a shooter.
No, then they shoot back. The things
Oh,
in the
so I don't
horror
want
games.
I don't oh yeah, the things in the horror games don't shoot back. They just become demonically possessed and walk towards you in an uncanny valley like state.
Exactly.
And then as soon as you escape those things, you get into a room full of dolls with sickles and scythes, and if you sneeze wrong, you're dead.
And then you get eaten by
But
the
at least
giant
they don't shoot
mannequin.
you.
At
Yeah.
least they don't
They
shoot at
I
mentally
got
you.
they ruin you, but they
you,
don't shoot
yeah,
you.
you know how you're tiny Rose and you're running around the area again? I
Yeah.
got into the kitchen and I knocked out the doll in there. So I was like, oh, I'll just walk through there. I got stuck on the doll. So then the
Mm.
mannequin came in, found me, and ate me. It was the scariest thing. I was kind of mad
Great.
because I hadn't died during the run till that
Until that
point.
point. But yeah.
Yeah, it just glitched, and I was like, dang. But yeah, the house is super freaky.
Yeah, that house is
Evelyn,
that's some of the best horror I've consumed in a while.
Evelyn returning from 7 was super cool. Actually, I liked that. It also helped make the ending of Village make more sense.
Yeah.
Why she was super mad because she knows her.
Yep.
Um. So yeah, but then it's like here's Abe's boss fight again, but you get more powers, which is cool. But I don't know. It made sense. I think the thing that they missed out on, like a huge missed opportunity, is this should have been when they finally showed Ethan's face. When Rose saw it for the first time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was kind of disappointed by that, but I mean, you don't show his face. It's like Halo. Doesn't take his helmet off.
We have his whole face though. Like between all the different shots they've given. It's just like and we do actually have it from people going in.
Yeah,
But
I'm
going
for
into the
some
feeling
reason
moral.
window.
Capcom's like, no. Um let's see. What else? We played Splatoon, right? Was that last weekend?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yep.
okay. Uh I played I played a bit of Crisis Core, but not a lot. I played uh and then I played a lot of Mass Effect because it's free with the PlayStation Plus version I have that was on sale.
Well, there you go.
and I'm actually really liking it, which is bad because they're kind of long.
Oof.
Well,
But
just just know that after you play 3, there's no reason to play anymore. So you don't have to be worried about playing Andromeda.
I I forgot that existed.
man, sometimes I can get it for $1 though. That's what Scott showed in a video I'd watched. She was like, "Look, on Xbox, you have to buy it digitally with EA Play,
Yeah,
or you can buy it
for
for a
$1
dollar."
at GameStop.
But yeah, it's been a while since I played a choice-based narrative game, so I'm really enjoying just making the choices again.
Understandable.
So yeah, I bought Fire Emblem. I did the thing, those games. I think that might have been. Oh no, I've got it. I know what else I did besides work. My roommates and I watched The Last of Us show.
Oh.
I have heard good things about that, but that's
It,
also very narratively driven, so I feel like it would be hard to screw it up.
yeah, exactly. It is really good. They basically just straight up adapted the beginning of the game, but added a few more things to it.
Logical.
Yeah,
I
changed it up enough to make it fit in the format of a movie, but
right. I still think the game one's slightly better, but it's hard to beat playing Sarah at the beginning of the game
yeah, true.
versus just watching.
Mhm.
But from what I remember when I played it, I'm like, dang, this is pretty close. So it might be the best video game adaptation, which might mean we
But like
might
show
see.
wise, or like actually like overall.
I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to beat overall if it takes over show wise, though. Unless you've got one I'm not thinking of.
Detective Pikachu and Sonic. Those were the biggest two contenders, right?
Sonic's not really a video game adaptation,
It's kind of
though.
a movie with Sonic slap or the
Yeah,
Sonic
it's a
property.
movie that stars Sonic.
Hmm.
And
Um,
Detective Pikachu is kind of the same, but I actually really dig Detective Pikachu.
isn't Last of Us a show though?
Yes, it
Yeah,
is.
that's what I was saying was that isn't there movies that would be better, but Alex uh you know argues that
It
actually
depends.
an adaptation of it. It depends on your definition of adapting it.
Yeah, because I wouldn't call, from what we've seen, Super Mario won't be an adaptation, but I think it will be closer than Sonic is, and to an adaptation
Mhm.
of Mario.
I mean, it's the adaptation in the sense like it's the character, and the
Yeah,
character sometimes does the thing the character's known to do,
exactly.
but
That's where this is more an adaptation of
that's more
the
like
story
actually
in the
playing the
game.
game. Yeah, like if Nintendo put
Mhm.
out a movie of Mario running for like
For
6 hours, then that
it
would
will be an
be
accurate adaptation,
yeah.
but you might as well be watching a let's play.
Be more interesting than watching a movie character run
Also
for
cuz like
6 hours.
most Mario games don't have a story that is so easily adaptable. Like the story you get in Mario is, "Oh no, Peach is in trouble cuz Bowser's bad." Uh so like how do you make that into something that is like dramatic and intense?
You
Mhm.
adapt either Mario or Luigi games or Paper Mario games.
Yeah.
Still
So,
has the basic
That's a
but
lot
story
of
in, but
also you got to be I'm like you just got to realize that The Last of Us is already
has
kind
a
of
is
is
big
it's a
story.
cinematic experience as a game.
mhm.
So, it's got a
It's
leg
much
up.
easier,
It's
yeah.
already got a lot of the work done for you.
That's true.
So, it's not even
That's
really
one of
a fair
my
fight.
issues with
Yeah,
it.
but they could have Halo also is a cinematic experience, and they messed that
Not
up
as much, but yeah.
badly.
Well, when you take off the helmet in the first episode, and blatantly admit that you did not look at the source material, you know,
What do you mean they 100% nailed it 100% of the time?
All right, let's rope it back in here. Do you have anything else, Alex, for collectors, or do you want to move into Faye?
No, I think we're good. I don't remember anything else.
Send it, boy.
Okay, I will do Faye since Cooper is busy with Bible study class.
Among Us.
No, he's
yes,
actually at Bible study.
he is among Bible study.
All right.
The Lord. Have you guys seen that meme of the preacher that uses Among Us in his sermon?
What?
That sounds cursed.
Okay, so remind me after the show. I'll find it for you guys. But there's like it's like Deuteronomy something something says like, you will know always that the Lord is among us, and he has this quote, this Bible quote, on like a PowerPoint slide, and the background is Among Us, like spaced with all the Among Us
Very
characters
good.
around it.
Okay.
And that's real. I'm
Dang.
gonna find that after this and show you guys. It's hilarious.
Cursed.
It's
Yeah.
so
Okay.
cursed. It's so cursed. Anyway,
Voting for the Choose Your Legends Round 7 event has closed. Thank you for all your votes. We will announce the Rising Hero Award on February 1st and plan to announce the top 4 heroes for the CYL event around February 2nd. We hope you are looking forward to Alfred, Celine, Chloe, Allir, E.T., and Lumera from Engage being added. Oh, wait. Hope you are looking forward to it. And then those 6 characters are added to
And they have
heroes, and
all.
I just combine those sentences.
We hope you're looking forward to me. Continue. Alex just had the set on autopilot.
Yeah. Okay. So they also announced that Heroes and Engage, if you own Engage and you have Heroes connected to your Nintendo account, you will get rewards in both games. So Engage, you will get
That's
Volknor,
what I take my
which is
notes
a
for.
sword, Velsner, which is a lance, and Notalin, which is an axe, which are Alphonse, Sharena, and Anna's weapons from the games, and then you will get Alphonse, Sharena, and Anna rank bond rings, which is the version of the emblem rings, but uses like a Xenoblade 2 uh gotcha system for rings for different characters using gold art. And then in Heroes, instead of getting something cool, they're like, here's 5 orbs.
I don't really. I obviously don't play Faye. But 5 orbs seems kind of small. Is that a correct
5 orbs
assumption?
get you 1 summon.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, exactly. The last time we got something with 3 houses, we got a unit. Everybody got Byleth who had it.
Is that like awesome?
Well, the only way you
At
could get
least
him
in
at the time,
comparison.
until he was added to regular summoning banners, that was the only way you could get him at the time. So yes, it was
Okay.
much better than here's 5 orbs. You're most likely gonna summon a 3-star.
Nice.
Thanks, Nintendo. That's the best. At least Engage gets a bunch of cool stuff, though.
Nice. All right. Apparently it's SimCity 4's 20th anniversary. That's a really specific anniversary.
Oh, I was not paying attention. I saw SimCity and went, "That's cool." Yeah, it's SimCity 4's 20th anniversary, or it was on Monday or Tuesday, whenever we were supposed
Whenever
to.
we were supposed to be doing this.
Yeah.
Yeah. AI The Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative creator and director expresses excitement for third entry and interest for Hitomi and Date Story.
Oh, it's supposed to be Date.
Date.
Yeah, one of the characters' names.
Okay, man. I would have never
And
known.
hold up, pause. We lost Cameron again.
Oh no. Alright, we'll be back again.
That's why I'm not playing ranked.
Yeah, I bet. Cameron's back, everybody. His internet's bad.
Hello.
Yeah, that sucks. That's good to know, I guess, for the wedding that we're all gonna be tortured.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see. Final Fantasy VII: The First Soldier closed down. Official.
Yes, it is officially closed down.
Rest in peace.
Square and not
They
being able
messed
to
up by making
run
it a
Steam as a service.
yeah, they messed up by making it a mobile exclusive battle royale. I promise it would have done better if they'd released it on
They
anything else.
they messed up by making the game.
Well, facts. It's like whenever Capcom's like, all right, we've made a battle royale for Resident
Hello?
Evil. Hello. Um,
They haven't done anything with that though.
no, they
Have
did.
they?
Reverse is out, and it's had like several updates. You can play as all of Chris's Houndwood squad, and it's like, why? You didn't even put their faces in the game. The faces are only in the concept art. But if they would just put, like, they have like 3 different battle royales they've tried to make, but if they would just release it separately away from putting it with a game and then maybe give people a bonus for owning the game, it would do better. But there's one exclusive with 3 and there's one exclusive with Village.
That was exhausting. Um, Apparently there's a playable teaser of Bayonetta Origins: Cereza and the Lost Demon hidden inside of Bayonetta 3. Just make sure you've got the latest software update installed, and then you can access the in-game shop, and purchase the old picture book to unlock the playable teaser from the chapter select screen. Neat.
Big
I'm gonna do that.
brain, big brain.
Yeah, I figured as soon as you read it, you were like, okay, I'm gonna try this out.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Nintendo Switch is the best-selling console in France. Actually, I saw the US NPD report say that
Yeah, it's
Nintendo Switch was
5
best-selling.
years run.
Yeah, still.
Yeah. Good for the Switch.
Yeah, that's crazy. Canceled D&D Beyond subscriptions forced Hasbro's hand. Swift consumer action prompted Dungeons and Dragons publisher Wizards of the Coast to scrap licensing updates. What?
So okay, so here's what's going on. A penny pincher has taken over Hasbro. Hasbro owns or is selling. I don't fully understand how she's connected to Wizards of the Coast. But she's taken over Hasbro and has decided that they are not monetizing D&D enough. So they're trying to monetize the hell out of D&D. So
Okay.
they announced version OGL 1.1, I think that's what it is. And using that, uh, okay, so open game license is what OGL is. And Wizards of the Coast now wants to update it to monetize D&D and cut out the third party creators. So, like, other books, DMs, because they're trying to make it so AI can DM, stuff like that.
Sounds like a bad plan.
AI
This is a bad
DMing though? Like
Yeah, there was a whole
gross, right?
was a there was a whole thread about it I was reading earlier, and it's like, uh, how does an AI determine the nuance of something,
They
right?
don't.
Like
I've played with enough of
you can
them.
teach it the rules, you can teach it the rules, you can teach it whatever, but the example that was used was um if I, if one of them, then I have the opportunity to be like, okay, well, you make a pact with the demon, you know,
Mm-hmm.
like an AI is not going to do that. You're going to be playing a text-based adventure game.
Which will be fine until the AI runs off course and forgets that you were playing D&D.
It's just a text-based adventure game I made in college. It
Um,
we could do a whole podcast
yeah, I was
on
gonna
just
say like that would just
this.
be pretty easy to make. That's probably how you end up getting those AIs that are just all of a sudden like abhorrently racist out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That sounds like a spawning ground for those.
Well, and the funny thing is, like, it's Hasbro. They're not known for their technical prowess, you know?
Yeah, for real.
So, who are they paying to make these AI?
All right. Ubisoft
Yeah,
announced that it has delayed
we
Skull
we
and
could easily
Bones
talk
for the.
storm.
Yeah. Ugh. Uh,
6 time.
s-
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
that
Ubisoft
was our
announced that it has
reaction when they
delayed
initially announced it.
Skull and Bones for the sixth time. Also, canceled 3 other unannounced games. Well, what difference does it make to us? I mean,
I mean, it makes a difference to the employees, but you're right.
3 other
If
unannounced
they're
games.
unannounced.
So,
The most important thing here is Skull and Bones got delayed for the 6th time.
what even
So,
is Skull and Bones?
I don't know, but it got delayed 6 times.
It got delayed. Is it? Look, the only way that I feel like this flew under the radar is if it was announced
Skull
around the
and
same
Bones
time
game.
as
It looks like it's a pirate
uh
game.
So a
well
ripoff
yeah,
of
t-
what's the only
Sea
thing
of
Rare does?
Thieves.
Yeah, Sea of Thieves.
Well, like that's got to be what it was. It had to have been announced at around the same time as something with Sea of Thieves, and that's why it flew under the radar for us. Is that there's already a pirate game? Why does it matter? I mean, Sea of Thieves is at a collaboration with Disney. I don't see Skull and Bones doing that because it's never going to get off the ground at this rate.
I mean, yeah, but also you're kind of early to do the next big pirate game. I mean, I guess not, but because Sea of Thieves has been out forever, but
Silent Hill 2 remake world exclusive deep dive interview from IGN. I keep forgetting that they're remaking that game.
dude, I hope it sells well though. I
Facts.
also forget though, but I would love to see more horror. Like it, they don't. I don't think it has a release date yet, but just the idea of Silent Hill and Resident Evil both have a game in the same year for the first time in a long time is still really exciting. In the interview, though, they mentioned that they spent a while arguing which one they would remake first, either one or two, and they went with two because if it doesn't do hot, it's the least disconnected. Silent Hill. It's the most popular, yet it's not as connected to the rest of them.
Yeah, they're saying like we decided that if the brand's identity is true psychological horror, then we needed to start by remaking Silent Hill 2. There were, of course, some people inside the company who thought it would be better to start with one, but I wanted to start this project with something that symbolizes this identity. So they're basically saying that Silent Hill 2 is more Silent Hill than Silent Hill 1.
Which is in. I think also it comes down to I think three is a sequel to one. So it's like if you're gonna remake that one, you need to they're probably logically you probably should do two and then one and then three if two's not connected to the others.
Yeah. And I think another good thing would be like Silent Hill 2, like you're going to learn a lot of things remaking this game and that will probably bleed over into the other remakes. which is probably
Yeah.
something else they're wanting to do. Like they're wanting to make Silent Hill bring that identity of horror to the whole franchise. And if they say Silent Hill 2 is like the main one, then they probably want to put more of that into the other remakes.
True. So we'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it's good though.
Yeah. Cameron, are you there? Or we lost you again?
Yeah, no, I'm still here.
Okay,
No,
good. You
we're
went
doing
quiet for a
horror
little while.
hour,
I hope I'm still
and
here.
horror hour is basically you and me.
Horror hour is something I don't have experience in.
You just say horror hour?
I said horror.
Horror.
Alex said horror. Suspect. Okay. Well, you went quiet for a long time.
I
I'm
don't have
getting
experience in
nervous.
that either.
Dead by Daylight on Twitter says Leatherface is going nowhere. Oh.
Yeah, and then Dead by Daylight Fleeks is like, I'm quitting.
Ouch.
Understandable.
Makoto
It's more
Yuki.
like,
Or, sorry.
yeah, let me do this one first. It's more than likely they were working at the company, and between the last two things, they've been outed because they also said Stranger Things was coming in December, and that didn't happen.
Maybe the company planting
I
false
mean,
information.
Right, and found
oh,
them.
absolutely. If they didn't find, if it wasn't him, whoever was sourcing him, uh,
Yeah.
got found out. Because like, it's so easy to just be like, we know who's sourcing it. Let's give them false information so that we can confirm it, and then we can fire them for leaking confidential information.
Yep.
You know.
Makata Yuki and Koton Shiomi confirmed the canon names of the Persona 3 male and female protagonists in Steam release. Well,
Yep.
what's the name?
Those are
Makoto
their
Yuki
names.
and Katon Shiomi.
Oh, they were the confirmed names.
Right.
Okay. So the way that reads sounds like people that are named that are the confirmers, not the confirmees.
Okay, I got you. I probably
I
messed
was like,
that one
what?
up.
Who
Yeah,
are? First
so
off, who are these people?
yeah, they did this with
Shows you
These
how
are
Persona
much
rather
I
5.
specific.
shows you know how much I know about Persona.
Yeah, they did this with Persona 5 and Royal and Persona 4 Golden as well. But when in the Steam release, since you can change region, it will have a message pop up if you do that, and it will be like, your name has been set to the default name, and it reads for each one Makoto Yuki, Katon Shiomi, Persona 4 Golden's is Jun Arakami, and Persona 5's is Rin Amiya. And it also switches that one to the default name for the Phantom Thieves that you can name it, which is the Phantoms. Because you can name the team technically whatever, but it's like, why would you? Because they're
Yeah.
still the Phantom Thieves of Heart. It's just like the nickname they go by. Okay.
Europe got restocks of all the Fire Emblem amiibo, so maybe we'll get one.
And they just got an announcement for the Zelda amiibo as well, which we talked about like 2 weeks ago. So Europe doesn't sell the amiibo. America and Japan do. So I don't understand what's going on here.
Nothing out of the ordinary, it seems to me.
Somebody's got these order sheets wrong.
Maybe they get the announcement early because Europe's the one place that doesn't go absolutely insane every time Nintendo does a thing.
That's
Like
true. Anything ever.
they're
It doesn't
excited,
matter what it is.
but they're not like frothing at the mouth
Yeah, because
all
they're
day,
Madden.
every day, like we do. All right, rumors, I guess.
Well,
Yes.
I have an old but interesting tidbit.
Well then,
It's not a good
Okay.
share
one,
with the
but
class.
so in Hey Pikmin, you can tap in the recolor Splatoon amiibo and get uh I forget what they're called, but it's the little data logs when you're collecting
Right,
treasures
about Amiibo.
about no, about the recolors specifically.
Oh, that's
Like,
super cool, actually.
because the only other game that properly uses them
Is
is
Splatoon.
Splatoon, and even that, it's only their models. They don't have unique functionality compared to the originals because they give the same costumes or the same
Right,
levels in Splatoon 1. They
right.
actually do have different, uh, you know, a different reason for being tapped into Hey Pikmin, which feels odd since
No, I think it's a good choice.
it's a good choice. It's just odd that of all the games, they said, yeah, we have two of these. Put both of them in for the like 1% of people that happen to own both colors and Hey Pikmin,
And the
and we'll actually use them
0.1% that played Hey Pikmin and cared enough to
and
scan the
tap them.
recolor amiibo into the game.
Yeah, exactly. Because yeah, you can find it in the data, sure, and we all know Nintendo games are notoriously easily hacked for their so people dynamite them. But like, who actually owns both sets and Hey Pikmin and is willing to tap them in?
You.
Me.
You.
Cameron's finally the 1%.
Let's go.
Let's see. Fire Emblem Engage leaks are abound.
Yes.
Interesting word choice.
Yes, I like the word. Yeah.
So
I've
be
seen
careful.
a bunch of it, but I don't care that much. Or I do. I'm gonna play it, right? But like my self-control is 0.
So you looked anyway?
Yeah.
You're just like
I was
Jewel.
like I was like, if I look then it's my fault, but if it gets spoiled to me, I'll be mad. It will probably get spoiled anyway, so I looked. And nothing there shocked me, so that's good.
Yeah. Let's see. How do you say that word?
Uh,
Oogles?
I don't know, Nick. Skip the first version, just say Nick.
Is that special?
Are you are you
Wait,
are you sure that's supposed to be?
wait, are we talking about?
Is it
Yeah, we are talking about.
this one?
Yeah,
Are you sure that's supposed to be a word? Is that just
okay,
like a title?
I think so.
I mean, that says special.
If you click on it.
Chip push.
Yeah, that's I found uh
Nick at Rosetta. That's his Twitter.
Okay, if you say so.
yeah, so
Co-founder of
special
the
spelled SHPESHAL. Hmm. All right, Platinum Games is in early discussions with Microsoft to revive Scalebound in some form. I don't even know what Scalebound is.
It is the game that Microsoft promoted like crazy, and then it got canceled because it's the same old story. We hear about it every once in a while. Of Platinum Games is like, oh, we would love to work with Microsoft again on that project, and Microsoft's always kind of like, no. Anyways, here's a picture from the trailer that I got from when it was being made.
Let's have a look. See. Oh man.
The Wi-Fi is being painfully bad
Hmm.
for me. Oh.
Yeah, there was an
That
8 IGN back in 2015 released an 8-minute gameplay demo video on it. So it got far, but then it got canceled.
Obols was meant to revive dead characters and to get hints from the curator and the devil me.
Yeah, and with unique lines.
Huh.
So obols are a type of coin that were used to play the ferryman in Greek mythology, but they were also in that game to
Ah,
buy dioramas.
interesting. Man, I haven't heard about the ferryman in a while.
Yeah.
That digs deep. Final Fantasy 35th anniversary presentation happening on February 7th. This is a 4chan leak, our favorite leaks.
Oh no, you should read
yeah.
this list. It's so good. Open that link. This list is insane.
Okay. Total runtime, hour 24 minutes. Opening Final Fantasy history presentation. Final Fantasy stuff. Final Fantasy Pixel remaster promotional video. Theater Rhythm Final Bar Line promotional video. Hironobu Sakaguchi presents Final Fantasy IX remake this fall. No way. Shut up. That's only the third thing in the list.
Yeah.
World of Final Fantasy II: A Mog of Light coming May 19th. Stories from Evalis, War of the Lions coming in the summer. Final Fantasy X-3 now in development. Final Fantasy
I think the word you're
X-3?
looking for is 13. That's
No,
13
10-3.
square.
No.
No, it's
10,
10-3.
10 had a sequel called 10-2.
Yeah, there's 10 and 10-2. Why can't there be a 10-3?
Exactly.
Why can't
I
there be a
don't
gun
think
in my
Square
mouth?
knows how to. I don't think Square knows how to count, but at least they can count to 3, unlike Valve.
Huh? They can count in Roman numerals.
Yeah,
That's still
X-3.
higher than Valve can count.
Valve counted to 2, and then counted to 2 again, and then put Alex.
I mean, if you think about it, why do we say 13? Why don't we say 10-3? 10-3? Because, 23, 33, you say, the 10 and then the 1. Why not 1-3? I'm serious. Or 10-3.
We're not allowed. We're not allowed to make rules about society anymore. We were banned.
I consider it more philosophy myself. I'm gonna start saying 1T 10-3.
Well, why is it
This man is a project lead.
11 and 12, but not 1 teen and 2 teen?
Or 1T1, 10D1.
Alright.
I'm just imagining all the scenarios where you could use that instead of saying 13 or whatever, and people I would never be ready for that.
123.
That's just great. 101D3, 110-3.
Okay, many number systems are based on 12 because it is divisible by most numbers. So that's why it kind of has a unique name.
What?
I didn't come here to learn.
Yeah, I'm getting nauseous. Area Juones, I don't know how to say that, uploaded their original post related to the Metal Gear Solid remake that's supposedly in the works.
Dude, we weren't done reading the Final Fantasy.
1T3
We're gonna
spiraled
hurt
me so
ourselves.
hard I had to leave the page I was on because I kept staring at 10-3.
We
to
aren't
click
even
off the
halfway
page. I had to
through
click
this
off the page.
4chan.
Okay. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth Memories coming in the winter. Final Fantasy
That sounds more like
16
Kingdom Hearts title.
focal presentation announcement coming March 24th.
I don't know what a focal presentation is.
Me neither. Isn't
Who is our
16
main
the new one?
character? This is how they fight.
Yeah, 16's the
Yes.
new ones that's not
'Cause they've
out yet.
had
So they're saying that comes out in March. Is that already a confirmed date?
Or no,
the
no,
no. They
16's
said the
not available.
focal presentation is
I guess
coming out.
that's like the big
They
direct
were already
Nintendo does
talking
right
about
before
16.
the games. So they're saying, hey, this is when the
Oh, this
direct
is when the.
for
Oh,
this.
yeah. Okay, I'm following now.
Okay.
All right, Final Fantasy Online stuff. Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14 subscription Unity project coming this fall. Final Fantasy 11 Beginnings rework project coming this fall. And Naoki Yoshida Final Fantasy 14 A Realm Reborn anniversary. This is a lot of stuff.
Yeah, let's keep going. This is great.
Final Fantasy mobile stuff. Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis closed beta test on August 8th of 2023. Final Fantasy Dissidia Opera Omnia JP Xenos trailer. What?
Okay, Dissidia is a Warriors game. So I guess they're releasing a mobile.
Okay. And Final Fantasy Brave Exvius promotional video. Additional content. Tetsuya Nomura presents Final Fantasy Memoria. Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker OST is releasing on Spotify and YouTube on April 3rd. Final Fantasy Chiptunes album coming in the summer. Final Fantasy Square Enix store sale, which definitely won't include the Pixel remasters. I remembered those like yesterday, and I got mad again.
Yeah, but now they're coming to consoles
Always.
confirmed, right?
Yeah,
I think so.
it's still
That was
coming
confirmed.
digital
We
too,
talked about that.
but you can't buy the physical edition because it's super limited quantity.
That's right.
Ugh. Distant Worlds and Eorzean Symphony Volume 3.
Okay.
And closing remarks, Yosuke Matsuda with remarks. Top comment says, this is actually leaked from a timeline where we can have very nice things. Very different than our current timeline.
Dude, if this is real, I'll be incredibly hyped. But there's no way. But it's very fun to read.
The only things here that make me think it's fake is the 9 remake being released in the fall and 10-3. 10-3.
Everything sounds likely until
10
3 pretty much
3.
throws it out the window.
Jeez, yeah, that is a lot of stuff.
Yeah. 10 is the one that stars Titus, I think. It is, yeah. See?
Okay, now Ariawone's updated their original post related to the Metal Gear Solid remake that's supposedly in the works.
It's still supposedly in the works.
Yay.
Cool. It's going well.
That's right, if it's real.
Oh, we got a leak from Tom Henderson saying the next major PS5 firmware update to add Discord voice chat and PS5 cloud streaming, with a beta coming soon in the upcoming days. Cool.
Yay.
Why would I
Yay.
use Discord on anything but a computer?
Because then you can play your PlayStation games while talking on Discord.
Okay.
I can do
Yeah,
that now.
Yeah, but then it's their one headset. That's the only reason I could come up with why you would do it.
I'll take
So
that. You
I
know what?
might
I'll take
do
that
it,
reason.
but-
I'll take that reason. New retail Xbox box.
Yes,
That
great,
never
This
gets
is
great.
why
old.
you
That
shouldn't
never
play
gets
your
old.
console box.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Xbox container.
Xbox box.
Box. Xbox box.
Okay, yeah. New retail Xbox box in China
Again,
has
those are
Starfield field on the back, replacing Master Chief Chief.
I was like, did I type that wrong?
No, no. New retail Xbox box in China has Starfield on the back, replacing Master Chief. Master Chief Chief.
Great.
Uh,
But
Yeah,
okay.
will it ever
so
surface? The Bronze Mario still hasn't.
People in China play Xbox?
probably more than
Is
People
that
play
not a
we
weird
Xbox?
do.
idea to you guys? Is that just me? That feels
No,
weird.
that
I
is
don't.
kind of
That
weird.
feels off-putting.
I
That feels
mean,
wrong.
An
China doesn't
official
even have.
console,
Wait,
one of the main three in
are we
China,
even
that feels wrong.
sure? Are we even sure that China has Xbox?
If one of
What if
the
it's just like a
three main
fake
was to
one, like
be,
the Nintendo system with 10 cents?
that's fair, but if one of the three was gonna be in China, it would be
It
Xbox.
would be the American one.
Yeah.
That makes sense. The other two are from Japan.
I don't know. The identity of an Xbox just feels so like out of place.
American.
In China, yeah, I don't know what it is. That's weird. Hogwarts Legacy art book leaks. Didn't
I
you
posted
put
those in the
photos
Did
of
we?
those?
chat.
Yeah, yeah, I remember looking at
Yeah,
those.
the ones I seen, I had posted them. Oh wait, is that on the list? It is. We're good. Okay. Yeah, so there's a lot of good stuff here. Um, so it just made me more excited. I love seeing that there will be Christmas in the game. I think that's just a list of spells in that one of the image,
Hmm.
just because I recognize a lot of those words. But that means there's like 14. What's 14 times 3?
14,
It's
28,
42, right?
42. Yes.
So that, yeah, if that list is all the spells in the game, then there's 42 spells. That's pretty good. That's a lot of different movement types.
Yeah. Yeah, that does look pretty good. Level 5's return to the West potentially confirmed.
Dude, I hope this is true.
That'd be
But I
cool.
don't remember the
No,
last thing
there's
level 5 made. Maybe it was
Yokai Watch.
probably, yeah, I assume it was a Japan exclusive Yokai Watch game.
Huh. Okay. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League 4chan rumors. Again, our favorite rumors.
No, but this was an image leak. I posted the image
Ah,
in the chat.
interesting.
If you want, I can bring it back down. But we see in this, so on the top it says squad, looks, loadout, talent, social, battle pass, store, codex, and options. And right below that, it has 6 different types of currency. Now, more than likely, 4 of those are for the playable characters as upgrade skill tree things. But one of these is definitely an actual currency thing. So I'm so glad they decided to follow the Avengers route and sell this game as a service. Yay!
Yay.
Yay.
I love games as a service.
They make me
Yeah, so here's what probably
so
happened.
happy.
There was a leak that we were going to talk about, but that said it was supposed to be a games as a service. Someone on the team responded, said, I love reading fake or fan fiction. And then this image got posted. And then the guy responded, I will never respond to fan fiction again,
Hmm.
which more than likely means this is real. And someone got mad at the Leak fake. Oh yeah, here you go.
All right. And last, Sony launching a new PlayStation 5 SKU with a detachable disc drive.
Yeah. Now, will this mean that
Detachable?
you'll? So more than likely, you can. It will
Oh,
be the
you'll
digital version,
yeah,
but
and then
you
you
can
can
plug
buy
in a
the
disc. But one of the rumors included with this, or a rumor that's circling around, not this one specifically, is that the disk drive attachment will not work on current digital PlayStations. And I'm like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, what the hell? Why?
Exactly my reaction.
Money, guys. The answer is always money.
You've already sold like a buttload of them.
Yeah. Like if it's just like,
But
hey,
now they
people
can get more money.
who bought a digital, here's an option for you to buy a disc one. Like I might even pick
But
up
would
the
that
disc add-on and keep it in a box just because it's going to be one of those weird gaming things that becomes rare.
is this like the amiibo
Yes.
reader for the
Yes, if
old
this is
3DS?
real, it will be like that, which, became super rare. I love stupid things like that.
I own that.
I took the batteries out before I left.
Oh, of the e-reader.
Yeah. Yep. Because it just used regular double A's and I did not want them corroding.
Hmm. Honestly, it's not going for as much as I would have thought
It's come
on
down in
eBay.
price, I think.
It was crazy for a
I
while
remember
though.
that, yeah.
It was. No, I think it's just because the 3DS is dead. So there's and there's so many new 3DSs that it's just not worth people trying to
Yeah,
make
so
a
it's back down to
huge.
like 30, $35.
Cameron, you might
That's
want to
fine.
pick one up though.
That's loose though. For a
I
new one it's
own
about 50.
one.
Yeah, but just have another one. It's just one of those things.
Um it
I
spiked at
think we're.
around $65 for a loose one back
Yeah, I
in
remember
2020.
that.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that on the show.
Yeah, because we were like, dang, this is a really niche thing, so it kind of made sense, but also it was too expensive.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be interesting. I wonder what'll come of that. That I would like to see follow up on.
Yeah.
I wonder if they'd have it like plug into somewhere in the console.
I wonder if like it comes like a digital one does, and then when you buy the disc add-on, you get a new faceplate for the disc slot,
Ooh,
maybe.
and then connect the faceplate to
No, it was
something
supposedly
inside
gonna
the
be
console,
a
like
C
USB.
run. Yeah, run on USB-C and use that front face one.
Oh.
I don't know about
Then
that.
why does it not work with existing consoles?
Exactly.
What?
Like,
Like for it not to work, they would literally have to write it in that way, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
but if you're going to keep
If
all the
that is
software the same,
true,
how are you going
we
to
will
know
be
which one is
bullying.
which?
Yeah, if that is true, we will be bullying Sony on this show.
Oh yeah, like we've
And it's
never done
not
that
rare we get
before.
to.
I mean,
Well,
true, but like,
not compared to some of the others, because Sony
Stadia.
Sony's screw ups are not as big as the others typically are. That doesn't mean they don't do it. It's just harder to get them for it.
yeah, they've done pretty well this generation, or at least since we've started the show, not making like a big screw up that we could just harp on them for.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's gonna end it for us here today. Um, thank you so much for listening to this super late episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Please share us with a friend. We post every Wednesday, 7 a.m. Central Standard Time, except this week. Uh,
Whoopsie.
oops. Follow us on Twitter at All Night Gamers with a K. Anywhere you listen to podcasts, you can find us. Spotify, youtube.com/StormwindGames, Apple Podcasts, Podnods, anything like that. And we'll see you here next week. Thanks. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.